This week at Lebanon Road, we're talking about kids sing and kids and other related kid stuff. That's the longest title for one of these videos we've ever had. This is Adam Fawd. I'm joined with Andrew Pate and J.D. Buckner. And J.D., next week we're going to be closer together.
Yes. Finally.
Before we start recording, we were saying that it seems a little crowded. It's kind of hard to do this with three people. But Andrew, this is the last time you'll be with us on these videos. But in all seriousness, we have greatly enjoyed having you with us this summer. And I appreciate you taking a few minutes to be silly with us during these videos each week.
It's always fun to be able to be in the presence of you two and
wow.
and be able to talk about matters. It's nice.
And interview superheroes and have trees around.
Those are probably the best episode we've had yet.
I think since this is the first year we've done these videos, that JD, before we hire an intern next summer, we might want to warn them.
Yeah. Or maybe not.
Or maybe not.
Throw them into the fire.
But we really have appreciated you just kicking in and joining us each week, and these are a lot of fun. But we appreciate you doing that with us, and we'll miss you. Not just from Lebanon Road, from these videos specifically, and they're going to put up our two ugly mugs alone next week from now on.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be difficult. Well, this week we're talking about some things dealing with kids, because it's back to school time, it's Bible school promotion time, all sorts of neat things happening for young people, and especially for some of our smaller children. And so this is going to be kind of a almost announcement video. We're going to introduce you to a couple of things, but we are beginning this coming Sunday, even though it's August instead of September, we're going to do our Bible school promotion. And JD, you and I have sat for this year on the education committee. So let's just talk about that for a moment. Why are we doing this in August instead of the Always Church of Christ annual thing of September, moving up in classes?
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest reason is because the school systems have bumped school up so much. I mean, my son, James David, he starts tomorrow, August 1st. So it didn't make a lot of sense, Adam suggested, to wait a whole month while kids have already moved up in school to move up in Bible school or Bible class. So I think one of the biggest contributing factors to moving it from September to August has just been our school system is stretching out, summer's getting smaller,
summer's getting shorter,
and that brings challenges and benefits as well.
Yeah, and with usually we promote in September, and you also have the odd thing there that first Sunday in September is usually close to Labor Day, so a lot of folks are out of town. So sometimes some of these kids aren't really promoting until the middle of September, and they've been moved up in school since late. Some kids are already in school. My nieces and nephews and niece, they live in Cookville. They've been in school for almost a week already.
Wow.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Wow.
And so we want to just remind you of that this coming Sunday. All of our preschool and elementary and high school classes will move up to their grade level a month early, and we're going to see how this works. I'm excited about it. I kind of match these things and get them together, and so we're looking forward to kind of a back to school Sunday. But then Sunday evening at 5:45, we're going to revive and rename Pew Packers. We used to have Pew Packers, and it was a great thing, singing with the kids each week, but we're going to be doing a thing called Kids Sing. And when I thought of the name, I thought, the problem with that is we're not only singing. I hold in my hands the unofficial, because they're going to be cardstock and this is paper, but the unofficial first card that our kids that come to Kids Sing, our K through 6 kids can learn general Bible facts, and if they learn the facts on this card in 3 months, they're going to win a prize.
Dun.
That's right. But I'm looking forward to doing this. I don't know what note that was supposed to be.
I don't know.
That could have been very sinister or very happy.
Dramatic.
That's
what we're going. Drama.
That's right. But each Sunday night at 5:45, we're going to sing for about 5 or 10 minutes and take the rest of the time to just rehearse and memorize some Bible facts. And each of the kids is going to get one of these cards to help them at home to memorize them as well. And during the 3 months of August, September, October, if they learn all the facts of this card, we're going to give them a prize. And
Dun, 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 dun.
that's a little better. I like. Yeah, that's a little.
That's what I was doing.
It's like,
he's been sitting there for the last minute. What song do I need to think of? I hope it's not a copyrighted song. But I'm excited about doing this and encouraging our kids some with some motivation and some singing and learning, and we're going to be doing that at 5:45 this Sunday night and every Sunday night, Lord willing, for quite some time, memorizing some things and singing together.
It's going to be cool. It's more than just Pew Packers singing. Some Bible knowledge to be there and be learned, and a great incentive to win a prize for learning those things. It sounds like a really cool program.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it too hard? I mean, here's the card. I'm not going to give away all the contents. We don't have any previews. But, it's just some Bible chapters, like which chapter has the Lord as my shepherd in it, which chapter has the birth of Jesus in it, those sorts of things. It's a lot of things on that card. Is it too hard for our kids?
Oh, I think absolutely not. No way. Our kids are so smart. Kids are smart in general, able to memorize things leaps and bounds over us. I forgot how many items there were on the card.
I think it's 28 when I was counting it. It's in the 20s.
But it's over 3 months. And originally, Maria and I were talking about this in the car after you presented it. Originally, we thought they were supposed to learn the whole passages that were cited there. We thought, wow, what a huge endeavor.
Memorize Genesis chapter 1 by next week.
But it's really simple just to know that when we say Genesis 1, your mind thinks creation. And when you say creation, your mind thinks Genesis 1. That's really easy. That's simple for kids to learn.
Yeah.
Not too big of a deal there at all. And very important information for kids to learn. That's the key.
Yeah, and these cards that have general Bible knowledge, there'll be some others that have, one thing per chapter of certain books. In a few months, we'll do the book of Mark. There's only 16 chapters. Obviously, it's not summarized the entire chapter, but it's, one thing from each chapter. And I wish that, somebody early on had taught me, if I want to know where the 12 apostles are listed, I can know exactly which chapter that's in. Yeah. Obviously, it's in more than one chapter, and that's not the only thing in that chapter. But what a great thing to at least have it narrowed down to that page on the Bible, or that one chapter. And hopefully we're going to instill in our kids these very quick things where when someone mentions to them, when we get to the book of John, what is in John chapter 3? Well, they can think Nicodemus.
Right.
Hopefully they're going to learn just that simple fact that I've heard of this guy, but where is it? And they can memorize those charts, if you will, just the connection back and forth.
I had to look that up today.
Andrew, this is not the John card.
I'm glad I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
When we do John, I'll send you one of the cards so you'll know where it's at. Probably about 3 years when we get to that card, but
right.
we'll get that to you. But then Sunday night after service, change the tone. We're gonna say goodbye to Andrew. We're gonna have a little party. I promise that was unplanned. That was JD's natural reaction to. No, but we're excited about all these good things, but we are not excited about saying goodbye. We're glad we get to say goodbye as far as giving an official send-off. We're not happy about you leaving. But we want to let you know as well that Sunday evening during the service, I'm going to step away from the book of Acts.
No more green things.
What is happening?
I know, no green paper this Sunday night. Preach a sermon specifically for our kids going back to school, and then following the invitation song, JD is going to preach a second sermon.
No.
That's bad news.
We do this every year. Where one Sunday night we have a special sermon for our kids, and then JD comes up and gives them kind of a little extra motivation to go back to school as they go back to school, I should say. Hopefully they have the motivation to go back to school, but a little extra a push from us and excitement from the congregation, and we're excited about that. So a lot of good things happening this Sunday to encourage our kids. And as you said a few minutes ago, JD, we have some great kids.
We do.
We are blessed with all ages, Lebanon Road, but our younger kids, we really have a great group, and we're excited about kind of giving them a little extra encouragement this Sunday as they are headed back to school, have headed back to school, or will be headed back to school. It's one of the strange things about living here is there are all different school calendars. We cannot match all of them up perfectly, but we're excited about giving them some incentive and some excitement and motivation as they head back to school. Anything we need to say before we head out this week?
That you plan on having a bilingual service the next time. So you are playing 2 sermons and 1 thing. Next time you're going to do it bilingual, right? So just bump it up next year?
English and Kermit the Frog.
Okay, we can do that.
Pig Latin.
Pig Latin, that'd be interesting. And anything else we need to say before we head out this week?
I don't think so.
All right, well, we're looking forward to this Sunday and the back to school stuff. And Andrew, we're going to miss you. We've kidded you around a lot this summer, but we're going to miss you. And we look forward to be back with you next week on the videos, JD and I do. And until then, I almost gave the ending to I Preach. We wish you great preaching. Until then, this is This Week at Lebanon Road.